plenty. I still gotta. I know I gotta. I know I gotta. Even when I'm down bad, yeah, I know how to bounce back. Cause you know I gotta. And she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta. I still gotta. I still gotta.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the Dragons of Buenos Aires taking on the New Orleans Saints. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Quentin Johnston was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. But you look at this defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, we're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Here comes the Saints punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Achane to start the drive. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Bell. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown! Darius Davis, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dragons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Lawrence will throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Here comes the Saints punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And taken right on the 30. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Again, it's Achane. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. A give, running right, Achane. And some room to run now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying,
and it's caught. Touchdown. Darius Davis. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dragons have taken a 13-0 1st quarter lead. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. When you look at this defense, this crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
So a man shaken up on the play, and this is certainly noteworthy. It's Trevor Lawrence, the quarterback. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. Go, Reed. 49-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Vaughn. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss result.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired.
It's taking it right down Broadway.
Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Kyle Pitts.
Touchdown.
Kyle Pitts.
His 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And our statistician, Ben Ramsauer, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss only in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is
under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. Here comes the Saints punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Let's go now.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 95 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Bell. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And touchdown.
Kyle Pitts.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Dragons continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them. So I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Touchdown! Quentin Johnston, 37 yards. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken in at the 22. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
On first down, Lawrence. They'll set up the screen to Vaughn. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones at a first down. Now Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Daniel Bellinger.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Saints get a bit closer.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Off play action. Bell.
This ball down the field for Pitts.
That's caught inside the 20. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Bell. And he's got it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Jalen Waddle.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dragons take a 3-touchdown lead.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but Lawrence hit and the ball is free. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Following the fumble recovery, Bell.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Achane is in for a touchdown.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
A try here for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Dragons 42, Saints 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Darius Davis.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Dragons would extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half.
Saints 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
This time they stay on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at about the 28. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Running right, here's Achane. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 110 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On first down, Bell. This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Okay, ready?
And they'll give this to Achane. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there at 22.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Kyle Pitts from a yard out. And the Dragons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you. No question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They start the drive with Vaughn. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. Operating from the gun, Bell. This is caught. Touchdown.
Kyle Pitts.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dragons take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Saints 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier.
There he goes, left side.
Down the left sideline.
And finally wrestled down at the 11. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 58 yards.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Washington's got it. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Now Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Butker's kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much...
It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They go play action here on first down.
Right back to Pitts again.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Off the play fake. Bell, he'll buy some time right.
Finding Waddle, crossing the field and bringing it in.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Off play action. Bell. Touchdown!
Jalen Waddle
with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Dragons get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Saints 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10.
A give running right is Vaughn.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Saints on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Micah Parsons, his 2nd sack of the night.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
59-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Bell.
Open man, complete downfield to Davis.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. Off play action. Bell rolling to his right.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Achane gets it from the gun.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Devon Achane, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dragons are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Here comes the Saints punter now. as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the... And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Bell. And that is caught. It's Davis. Touchdown. Darius Davis, 33 yards. And the Dragons continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
It's DJ Turner who's got it.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Play action. It's Lawrence.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. Finding room at midfield.
And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a play fake here on first down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Off play action. Bell.
Open man downfield is Davis.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Hey, kill.
On 2nd down, it's Fletcher. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Two yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Lawrence will throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back.
And he is going to have the Saints first down as he gets a little more than he needed. 4 yards to pick up there on 4th and 2.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Now Lawrence going to move him around a bit. On 2nd down, it's Vaughn.
Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 3rd down, it's Vaughn.
And some space here. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but execute.
So she leave her best friends. Bust out my dad face. Your chain is a necklace. Go that, please don't go that with me. Left wrist go that, right wrist go that, necklace go that, sis go that, it's not go that me. Alright, they hit my designer for sneaks, double dip mine in the bleach. I'm blocking for sure. I'm popping down Miami Beach, pull up like LeBron with the heat. I bought a crib in the crib with the office.